Hey everybody, it's your friend, Hospitality Glenn over here, and I want to thank you for tuning in. I got Robert Cole, President and CEO of HVMG, and we're at the Alice Conference. It is so great to see you. Good vibes around here, huh?
Yeah, I know, and you brought the good weather with you too. Huh?
Yeah, it's raining out. Wah, wah. All right, but the fact of the matter is, last year you had a really good year. You added 15 hotels in your portfolio. I think you're at like 57-ish or so right now. That's pretty significant. Why do you think you had such luck in a year last year when a lot of people are struggling?
The biggest reason was in all but one of our new transitions were owners choosing to switch out their operator.
Right.
So, it was a year where there was not a lot of deals, as we all know. The industry was probably down 65% in terms of number of transactions. So what owners were doing is they were looking through their portfolio and seeing where it makes sense to consolidate operators, what hotels are underperforming. And, the biggest lever that a lot of owners or asset managers have is that, hey, let's look at maybe do we need to bring in another operator?
Right.
So of our 15 new deals, 14 of them came from owners who came to us and put us in and replaced the existing operator.
Wow.
And that was really based on, some of our key performance metrics were excellent in the past couple of years.
So how does all of this stuff come together? How do they come to you? Where do you find them? How does that work?
Man, there's more than one answer. Some of it are existing relationships. Some are new relationships. I've got an excellent growth and business development team that helps. But as you know, it's a relationship business. And whether some recommendations come from the brands, some are from other owners, some we, met through like conferences like Alice. And so it's really, there's no really one.
No, totally. I get it. I mean, I've been on the road for 25 plus years now, and you've got to get in there. You've got to build those relationships, and that helps you create that level of trust. So people are going to reach out to you when they have an opportunity, right? So I'm looking ahead to this year, and things seem to be really exuberant. And from what I've been talking about, our friend Bruce Ford at Lodging Econometrics said that the new construction pipeline is up. People say banks are starting to lend again. There's a lot of private money come in. How does that change the landscape for your strategy this year?
Yep. I think it's been more of the same in terms of as owners continue to try to, boost their property performance, looking at making change with operators. We got a significant pipeline of those deals right now still. But the good news is, especially in the back half of 2024, it looks like the experts are predicting that rates are going to fall, and especially the long-term rates, which a lot of the hotel loans are.
When he says rates, he means interest rates.
Interest rates are going to fall, correct. And so that's going to stimulate more transactions. So we definitely anticipate, especially the back half of the year, to see more transactions, which is great for companies like ours too, that rely on and pursue acquisitions as a means of growth, as opposed to just owners evaluating and switching out their operator.
Yeah, totally. This is exactly what I've been hearing from others, that it looks like things are going to really start to pick up through the year, both on the development and the deal-making side, as well as the demand side of things as well.
Correct.
So operationally speaking, what do you think is your biggest opportunity this year?
Well, to answer that question, what we see as our biggest driver of year-over-year RevPAR growth is in the group segment. Right now, our group pace is up over 20% across our portfolio versus 23.
Yep.
And so with leisure being somewhat stagnant.
And I should say, let me just throw in 1 second, and all of that pent-up demand for all the weddings and a lot of those personal events that were put off during those crazy times have now worked through the system. So this is real growth that we're seeing, right?
Yes.
Please continue.
No, absolutely. So group pace is going to be our single, largest contributor to our growth. Right now, our current budgets and forecasts across our rolled up portfolio of our hotels, we are at about a 8% RevPAR growth next year versus the industry being 3 to 4.
Yeah.
So that's almost double. And we actually, from a performance at 23 standpoint, we grew same store RevPAR about 12% in 23 versus the industry average, or the industry number of just under 5. So we've got a 2-year track record of more than doubling the industry RevPAR.
That's pretty impressive, particularly when we're looking at a circumstance now where it's getting harder to push those rates. I think that customers are starting to become a little bit more sensitive to that. So kudos to you for pulling that off.
Well, great team. I wish I could take credit. Got a great.
All right. Well, if you're not, I take credit for it. So there you go. It's so great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. And stick with us for continuing coverage around Alice. This may even air after, but we're still going to give you lots of information that you need. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Robert Cole. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
Thanks, Glenn.